Happy Sunday. Is that our host, Miss Ransom?
Yes, hello, hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello, Chuck. Hello, Artisha. How are you all today?
Good.
Good. Good to see you smiling faces.
Yes.
Good to see you also. How's that little one of yours?
Not little anymore.
Understood.
She's in the 4th grade,
Oh, wow.
but she's doing excellent.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yep. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, there we go.
Tracker doesn't seem to want to fold right on me. Hello, Miss Bonita.
She's still connecting. Good evening, Ms. Williams. How are you? She's still.
Now, I'm not sure how we got Charles L. Lewis, but it should be Charles R. Lewis III.
It's been corrected.
Good switch up for whoever did that. Thank you.
Once I see President Clark, then we will go ahead and get started. Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to our second virtual candidates forum. Tonight, we have our candidates for the office of First Vice President. I am Joy Davies. I am the chair of the nominating committee. I am also the president of the Pearls of the Hill chapter, which is in the International National Region. And I'm also the treasurer of the South Pinellas St. Petersburg chapter. We have, again, for those in attendance who are familiar with this Zoom platform, we have intentionally removed a number of features. Okay, so the chat is not there. We don't have the Q&A, but this forum is being recorded to the NAA's official social media sites. You're here, so we know that you are engaged. And we have two candidates for the office of First Vice President. Okay. As described in our FAMU NAA incorporated bylaws, the qualifications are an active dues-paying alumni member of the association the current year and one of the past 2 years, attended and registered at least one type of each national meeting within the past 3 years, working knowledge of Robert's Rules of Order, parliamentary procedures, the association's constitution and bylaws, and policy and procedures for the association. This candidate should be a strong follower, willing to take orders and produce, a team player, committed to serve until the term expires, supporter of the university and the association, and willing to perform presidential duties in absence of the president. Their duties are to preside at national meetings in the absence of the president, chair executive board meetings in the absence of the president, serves as coordinator for the annual spring meeting, and as an ex officio member of the National Convention Committee of the association. So the candidates in alphabetical order are Charles R. Lewis III. Mr. Lewis, if you can please wave. And next we have Artisha R. Polk. If Ms. Polk, if you can please wave. All righty, so you have seen our candidates. I know you're ready to hear from them. But first, I need to introduce our moderator for this evening. A Pontiac, Michigan native, Rachelle R. Ransom has an over 20-year career in pharmaceutical sales, promoting and providing patient solutions in cardiology and neurology, oncology, and diabetes. Rachelle is currently an Alzheimer's disease diagnostic consultant with Eli Lilly Pharmaceutical Company here in the Central Florida area. She is a graduate of our beloved university. She majored in broadcast journalism. She also served as a year as the Queen of Orange and Green, and she was a host of the student-led program on the set. In her free time, she utilizes her talents and skills to provide commentary on crime shows on the ID channel and TV One. She gives her most precious time to her 9-year-old daughter, Aaliyah, who is an avid reader and artist. And she is also extremely close to her nephew, Jordan, who is currently serving our country as a U.S. Army soldier. I will now turn it over to my sister, my line sister, my friend, Rachelle Ransom. You
My
now have the
good-
floor.
My goodness, who is that? Rachelle Ransom. Thank you so much, Joy. And it is a pleasure for me to be here today. Again, I am Rachelle Ransom. Thank you for allowing me to moderate tonight. Anytime that I am asked to do service for my esteemed university, I do so with eagerness and a smile. Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. I will begin with our ground rules for this evening. The ground rules for this evening have been reviewed in advance by our candidates. Each candidate will have 1.5 minutes for an opening statement that will provide insight into who they are. Candidates may choose not to use all 1.5 minutes. The timekeeper will hold up a sign on his or her screen when it is 30 seconds and a stop sign when the time is up. After opening statements have been made, questions for the candidates will be taken from the ones submitted. At the end of the question period, candidates will be able to make a brief 1-minute closing statement. Again, candidates may choose not to use all of those minutes. We are scheduled to conclude no later than 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, folks, Charles and Artisha, let's begin the FAMU National Alumni Association's first Vice President Candidates Forum. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. So first, we will have just a little bit of tell me about yourself. And I'd like to start with Charles. Tell us about you.
Good evening. Is this part of my opening statement or just telling you about me?
Just tell me about yourself.
I'm Chuck Lewis. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I entered FAMU in the fall of '89. Construction engineering graduate, class of 1994. I own my own construction company at this time in Central Florida, Cywell Inc. We specialize in tenant improvement in the education, healthcare, and retail markets. I enjoy spending time with my family, my wife, and my 3 nephews who are all in college at this time, and enjoy sports, track and field in particular, and football.
Okay. Good to hear, Charles. Good. Central Florida, you left Michigan in the cold. I don't blame you.
I did.
Okay, Artisha Polk, tell us about yourself.
Thank you, Ms. Ransom, for taking time out of your day and your schedule to be with us. And thank you to all members of the nominating committee. Good afternoon, Rattlers from the far west, and good evening, Rattlers from the Midwest, Northeast, South, and Florida. Greetings, Rattlers everywhere. I am Artisha R. Polk. I am a native of Maryland, a second-generation Rattler, a College of Arts and Sciences graduate with a degree in biology and a minor in chemistry. Currently, I'm a life member of the FAMU National Alumni Association, an annual donor, currently serving as your FAMU NAA corresponding secretary. And I am a proud member of the reigning FAMU NAA chapter, large chapter of the year, the Washington, D.C. Metro chapter. And I've been serving in the National Alumni Association for a couple of decades now. And since 2006, I've been serving as an officer at the chapter, region, and national levels. Now I'm ready to go forward together as an alumni association and running for the office of first vice president.
Okay, Artisha. So Maryland, I spent 11 years in Maryland, so I'm familiar with that area too. So I am so glad to see your face here today. And both of you are ready to tell us why you'd like to represent our esteemed university. So at that point, I'd like to begin with our opening statements now. So remember, for your opening statement, you have 1.5 minutes. There will be a timekeeper. And you can begin now, Charles.
Good evening, FAMU and friends. I hope this Sunday evening finds you well. As mentioned, I am Charles R. Lewis III, known by Chuck. I'm a candidate for office of First VP for the FAMU NAA, and I'm asking for your vote. My platform is action-based on the fundamental foundation of the NAA. FRIG, fundraising, recruitment, image building, and government relations. Thus, my theme for my candidacy has 3 points: ready to lead, ready to build, and ready to transform. First point, ready to lead. For over 25 years now, I've been an active member of the association, leading in various roles and capacities, from chapter president in Detroit and Orlando to my current position as chief of staff. I've worked as time and place chair. I've worked in a number of other positions within the NAA. My second point, ready to build, in assisting the next administration of the NAA, taking it to higher heights to support FAMU. My third point, ready to transform, as we engage and develop the next group of alums to support FAMU by advocating for the university. Again, I am Charles R. Lewis III, Chuck, your candidate for First VP, asking for your vote.
Okay, thank you, Charles. Now, Artisha, it is your turn to give us your opening statement, beginning now.
Hello again, Rattlers. I am Artisha R. Polk, currently your FAMU NAA corresponding secretary and running to become your next first vice president. I ask for your support because as I'm running for first vice president and as I have served in my previous offices, I am always working for you, looking out for the needs of our members. My previous positions, I've served 6 positions in the Washington, DC chapter as chapter parliamentarian and chapter reporting secretary. I have 6 years of experience serving as a first vice president in the National Alumni Association in the Northeast region, serving under 2 regional vice presidents. And during that time as first vice president, I worked with our team in the region to make sure that we had innovative programs and moved our region forward together. Also, I've served as Northeast region vice president, and on the national level, I have served as the national parliamentarian and your national corresponding secretary, in addition to a number of committees over the years, which has allowed me to get a lot of experience in the National Alumni Association in various positions. As regional vice president, I had a great opportunity to work with a great leadership team and chartering 3 new chapters in the Northeast region in a matter of 17 months. That took a lot of great teamwork and leadership on the part of the leaders of the Northeast region. I'm looking to take that same capability and experience again to our national level as your first vice president. I have the ability to lead, to strongly support the mission of the organization.
That's time, Artisha.
Thank you.
Artisha, that's time. That's time. I'm sorry. I think my connection was glitching, but I was trying to stop you. So that's time. Okay, so thank you all. Now at this time, we're going to begin our question portion of the forum. We will alternate turns, and I will begin with the question. This question will be directed towards Artisha. What is your vision for the National Alumni Association? Begin.
Okay. Thank you. What is there? Is it a time? Is this what time? 1 minute? Okay. All right. So my vision for the National Alumni Association is that we're growing together as an association. So one of the things that our best resource for the NAA are our members. And so with our membership, I cannot mention membership without talking about our the late Jim Jones. And so his strategy for gaining new members is to each one reach one. And so when we reach out to our particular peers and bring them into the organization, after they get into the organization, to help to coach them and lead them, to show them how to operate in that organization so that we can continue to grow with innovative ideas. I think that growing members as well as retaining and reclaiming our members to the National Alumni Association is best.
Thank you. And if it kind of helps you, if you put it on gallery, you can see Joy holding up the sign. So just want to let you all know. Charles, you will be the second person to answer this question. What is your vision for the National Alumni Association? You're on mute.
There we go. My vision for National Alumni Association is growth, is leadership, is expanding and advocacy for the university. Growth through building the Alumni Association, through building our chapters, both affinity chapters and the local chapters. How do you do that? You grow the chapters by reaching each one in various ways. I have implemented each one Reach One platform here in Orlando, and we grew our chapter in double-digit numbers. Additionally, you have to reach each alum in the space that they are. For instance, some people like community service. Some people prefer the galas. Some people prefer tutoring and outreach. You have to reach them where they are. You have to reach them for various activities to bring them in and engage them. You have to advocate for the university and move forward in that manner also. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you all having a hard time hearing me? Is everything fine?
We can hear you fine. We can't see Joy's signs.
Yes, it's a little hard to see.
Okay, Joy, maybe if you put it down, because it's kind of blurry because of the blurred background.
Yes.
It's still blurry. But can you all see that blurred 30?
We can see it now, but she has to hold it that close in order to see it.
Okay. Will do. All right, thank you, Joy, we got it. Okay. Next question. Charles, what will you do differently to differentiate yourself from the previous administration?
What would I do differently to differentiate myself from the previous administration? I would have a few more forums from the previous administration, forums in which we engage other alums, in which we engage those alums that aren't active at this time. I would seek to hear them and work diligently to implement programs that they want that will help them engage the Alumni Association. The university is only as strong as the alumni that supports them. And without them, we cannot move forward. What I would do differently, as first VP, I'll work hand in hand with the president and the convention committee to make sure that we implement programs for both virtual and in-person meetings, so that the virtual meetings are reaching those that cannot make it in person, implementing applications and apps so that you can interact both in person and away at the time. Those are things I would do differently from the current administration.
Thank you, Charles. And Artisha, you're up. What will you do differently to differentiate yourself from the previous administration?
Right, thank you. To differentiate myself from the previous administration as first vice president, engagement certainly is important, because one of the things that we would look to do, and which I've been speaking with alumni already about doing this, is to extend our convention as a year-round event. That is, engaging with our chapters throughout the year, perhaps quarterly, to make sure that as we plan our conventions, we are doing so strategically and looking at a long-term plan for the conventions to make sure that when we have our workshops and when we have our sessions at the convention, that they truly meet the needs of the members and the chapters and what they need to grow as an organization. Also, I would look to take another look at our sponsorships and making sure that we have a dedicated team to increase our sponsorship levels and be able to pass along some of those savings to our members as they attend our conventions, because we know that a lot of our smaller chapters are looking for resources to be able to participate. Thank you.
Thank you. Third question, Artisha, you're on top. The alumni convention participation rate is low. If elected, how would you engage the alumni to encourage them to attend the national convention?
I think first and foremost, as I was stating in the previous answer, is engagement and involvement and finding out what's important to them. I do know that speaking with alumni, that cost is important. And if we can find ways to reduce that cost and be able to, pull them in by, garnering the, taking advantage of our sponsorships so that they can have a lower cost to come. Also, making sure that there's something in it for the alumni when they come. We can look at new ideas of how to better engage our alumni during our conventions, not only with having workshops that are beneficial to them, but also doing activities, within the community, community service, bringing back the old memories that we had on campus, having alumni set Fridays, just different things that will encourage people to come to the conventions.
Thank you, Artisha. On the set, right? Who doesn't miss that? Okay. Third question is going to go to you, Charles. I'll read it again.
Okay, thank you.
The alumni convention participation rate is low. If elected, how would you engage the alumni to encourage them to attend the national convention? Charles?
Well, the alumni attendance rate is low. What is low, but it's considerably higher than where it has been. I've been part of increasing that participation, working hand in hand with our current president, Colonel Gregory Clark. We implemented new programs in which we allowed alums to come, have various workshops, have various tracks of interest for them to engage them. I would implement a education fair for those that are looking for further education to go to their master's or doctorate degree level and have a fair there. I would also look to have a job fair for those that are looking to move into new positions. I would look to reach out to all alums and engage them in a survey and ask them, what is it that they would like to see? What is it that attracts them to the alumni association, let alone will allow them to come to the convention? We see alums that are active participants in various Greek letter and other organizations, and they attend those meetings. I need to find out why they're attending those meetings and not ours. So I would engage them fully and to bring them in and make sure that we can implement some of those things to attract them. I would also look at our rate, our attendance rate, or excuse me, our rate of registration and see what we can do to
Time. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. Sounds good. Job fair for alumni. Good, good. Sounds good. Okay. We are on question 4. We only got 2 more to go, candidates. You guys are doing great. Question 4. Charles, you're on deck.
Okay.
Do you believe that there should be a morality standard for individuals seeking to lead the FAMU NAA? Charles?
Yes, I do. I do believe there should be a morality standard, especially for those that are dealing with our money and our finances. We look to uphold the ideals of the university with excellence with caring, and we should do the same thing for the Alumni Association. So in short, yes, I do believe there should be a morality standard.
Thank you, Charles. Okay, Artisha, you're on deck. I will read it again. Do you believe that there should be a morality standard for individuals seeking to lead the FAMU NAA? Artisha?
Yes, thank you for the question. Absolutely, there should be a morality standard for all of our officers. Wherever we go, we represent FAMU and the National Alumni Association. And as officers, we are, people pay even more attention to what we do and how we interact with others. So at all times, we want to present a positive image of Florida A&M University in our actions and in our words, whether we are the president or the treasurer, financial secretary, making sure that whatever we do with integrity. I am a leader who has integrity and will continue to do so as your next first vice president.
Thank you, Artisha. You all, just like to say this, you are doing great with your time. You're keeping it within the constraints, and I'm proud of you. Rattlers who can just keep it short and to the point. I love it. You all are doing great. So here we are, question 5. Let's see what time it is. We may have some time for a pep rally after this with the Queen or the Green, because it's only 6:27, right?
We love to
That
see
sounds
you.
good to me.
You got to get Delane to come with you, though.
Look, Delane I will call him and a FaceTime, and we will have him right here, right, guys? So just let me say this. You all are doing an excellent job again. And this is our last and final question. So take your time. Remember, you have time. Express your thoughts and get ready. Artisha, you're on deck. So I will begin by reading question 5. What has had the greatest impact on the NAA's ability to support FAMU? Artisha.
Okay. It's hard to point to one particular thing on our ability to impact FAMU. I would say there are at least a couple of things. First and foremost, as I tell all of the new chapters and new members of the National Alumni Association, our greatest resource is our membership. From membership comes everything else. So when we have the members on board, the number and the quality of members, then we have the ability to have the resources, then to be able to carry out our mission. So we have fundraising, of course, that's also important as we support our university. And so as we have additional members, we're able to create innovative fundraisers and work together for the good of FAMU. So between membership and fundraising, I think those are our greatest assets to be able to support our alma mater.
Thank you, Artisha. Good. Okay, Chuck. This is the last question. I'll read it again. What has had the greatest impact on the NAA's ability to support FAMU? Chuck.
As Artisha said, and I have to agree with her, it's not just one thing. But if I had to name one thing, I would say it's the FAMU. We love being with each other. We love our alma mater. We love supporting FAMU. And those that get engaged and involved with the Alumni Association do so with a fierce reverence and love for the university. We engage each other. We promote FAMU. We promote membership and bringing other Rattlers into the NAA to help us grow the association. We seek students, the best and the brightest for ourselves, for the university, and help promote the university to them, encourage them to attend the university. We work diligently to provide them with scholarships to help them move forward and being a part of our university.
30.
We reach out and move forward with finances by supporting the university. We dig deep in our pockets. The past administration established Save Our Students, and we work diligently to support that, as well as other endeavors that we do to promote the university. We love FAMU, and because we love FAMU, our greatest resource is us, the FAMU. And being together with each other, engaging each other at homecoming, engaging other in various other events, helps us support FAMU to its fullest.
Well, one thing I can say about some of the Rattlers I went to school with, they definitely go to homecoming. So that's always a good time, right? Okay, guys. So this has been excellent. I have a renewed feeling. I hope that the Rattlers watching have a renewed spirit, that they have that orange and green pumping up in their veins, and that they have gotten enough information from the 2 candidates tonight to make the proper decision. But candidates, you have one last chance to give a closing statement to the Rattlers that are online. I want you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. This is it. No pressure, right? Okay. Let me see who's on deck. Okay. So now, Artisha, we're going to ask for a 1-minute closing statement from each candidate, if you wish to do so. You're up on deck to go first. Are you ready? Okay, Artisha Polk.
All right. Thank you again for coming out to today's forum. I just want to reiterate that I am looking forward to serving as your first vice president. With the experience that I've had as regional vice president and first vice president, I want to take those things with me, working together with you as I serve as your next FAMU NAA first vice president. I will put your needs first, working to do things that improve your experience as an alumni, building our conventions around your needs, and making sure that your time and investment spent coming to our conventions are worthwhile for you. Each presidential candidate talked about communication and growth. I look to engage with our new members and our young alumni members, using my knowledge and experience to be able to help them to successfully navigate and integrate within the National Alumni Association. I am leading with integrity, achieving results, and working for you. I am Artisha R. Polk, and I'll ask for your support and your vote for me as first vice president. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Charles, Chuck, if you will, it's your turn to give your closing statement, and you have 1 minute. Are you ready?
I am ready. Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you for convening this forum, which allowed me the opportunity to express why I am the best candidate for the office of First VP. For those from whom I have support, I thank you. For those who are undecided, I hope that I have shown you why I'm the best candidate for the office of First VP, and kindly ask for your vote to allow me to continue to serve our National Alumni Association and the university. My platform, Ready to Lead, Ready to Build, Ready to Transform, allows me the ability to continue to fortify the principles of the FAMU NAA, which is our foundation, and further echoes why I'm the person for the job. I have served as chapter president, as time and place chair, as Midwest Region VP for several terms. I've served on the National Executive Board, and I'm currently your chief of staff. Again, I ask for your vote and continued support as we usher in a new administration to continue to work with the NAA. Good evening, God bless, and good night. Please vote for Chuck for first VP.
Thank you, Chuck. So this is the portion where we do a freestyle rap. I'll start. No. Okay. I was going to have fun, but Joy looked at me and said, this is not the time. It's not the time. Okay. So again, I'd like to thank you all for having me tonight. I'm so excited to be here. I got to put on orange and green today. So any day that you get to wake up and put on orange and green is a great day, right? I hope that you all as candidates continue your foray into Rattler politics. I love this, guys. It's so fun. It doesn't stop, right? We did it on campus and it continues, but now we're really doing it with our university at heart. And this just makes me proud. So Joy, I'll be quiet. I know Greg, I don't know if Greg gets to talk. Greg does get to talk. Hello, Greg. I wish we could see your face. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. So, Greg, what you got for us? We want to hear from you.
Thank you so much. Good job. I'm gonna try to get this before I lose this signal, but this was a good night. You guys did a great job in putting this together. And I would tell everybody that these two candidates are well qualified to do the job. And you should think of them as a president in waiting, because this position really has a lot of influence and really would have to step in the case the president was not there. So think about electing this person that could step in to be president. So they're both qualified. I say take these next few weeks and get to know each one of them more intimately
This does conclude our candidates forum for today, but I do want you to know these two candidates are available with their schedule allows to come to your chapter meetings if you want to get up close and personal. But this was a way for all alumni interested, whether you have a skin in the game or not, to actually get to know our FAMU politics and how we're doing with the FAMU NAA. So thank you all for joining us this evening. If this is your second one, look forward to number 3. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come see us next week when we have the office of second vice president, which will be Sunday, March 13th at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night and have a wonderful week.
Good night, all. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.